We are live. Hey, Robbo.
Hey, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
All right, one of those things. So,
I hear you.
we're doing good. I'm just like, you know,
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
a little indifferent tonight, I guess, or whatnot. Just, you know, I'm all right. I'm good. I got nothing to complain about. I got everything to be thankful for.
Yeah.
But I'm just,
Must be one of them days, right?
yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
Cynthia, Deborah, Bruce. What's happening, man? What's everybody up to?
Howdy.
So, are you ready to talk about your favorite crystal and why it's your favorite?
Yeah. I even did research, to make sure I understood, why. And nothing changed. I looked at all the different crystals and all that stuff. Yeah. And everything's still kind of what I knew and why I like it. And I
Right.
have three main crystals, and it depends on what or I'm going for, you know? Now, if I'm going to help somebody with a certain chakra, I will make sure that I'm in the right crystal for that chakra. And I think here's the important thing, and I'm what I learned a long time ago about that. There's nothing set in stone about a couple of the different chakras.
Right.
It's a variety of stones or whatnot. And it's your choice. That
I was with chakra. There are stones that go ahead and that are probably suited specifically for their metaphysical properties. But I was always told if you want a root chakra, grab a red stone. If you want,
right.
sacral, grab an orange stone. If you want, solar plexus, yellow, and so on and so on and so on. So,
Right. And that's what, matter of fact, because of that's why I learned the whole Roy G. Biv, for remembering the root up and everything else,
right.
because it's all, on the spectrum, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, But one of the things I learned, because I was building chakras using a clear quartz for crown chakra.
Right.
And I was doing readings, and there's other choices that you can make that are just as suitable. Because I had always heard or been brought up, and my belief was, which we'll get right into, here's my favorite, is my amethyst. Okay, and I got all kinds, but I got stones everywhere.
Yeah.
Because I believe in everything. This isn't going to give you third sight to me. It's going to enhance if you're allowing it, or help you get in the right frame of mind. If your energy's not right going in to look at anything, it ain't right. Period.
Right.
I don't care if a boulder of this stuff falls on your head or your wife hits you in the back of the head with it. It's not going to do any good. But it's always, I go to these two when I'm doing readings for somebody else, and it's my insight, my looking, third eye, and crown. Okay. Then the only other one, which I've used a crap load out of, was the black tourmaline.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my perfect three, the holy trinity of crystals to me. That's what I use. That's what I go to. If I have something special or whatnot, like I said, if I'm dealing with a love matter, I'll look at pink quartz. Is that my favorite? Nope. But it
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's bad. I'm just not, I don't use it that much. These are my go-to.
I've always believed that quartz was kind of the just the one you use when that's all you have. You know what I mean? Like the catch-all. I keep it because maybe sometimes I should have something that I don't have, and the quartz will kind of fill in for it.
Right.
but and tourmaline stays at my desk all the time for protection and for EMF protection of EMFs, right? Or
Right.
whatever. Uh, my go-to though is lepidolite right here.
Right.
Um, it's not a very good. This camera isn't very good, so to have the light shine on it, I wonder if I can get this light to shine up and make it so that
Yeah, there that highlights the violet in it a little
yeah.
more, or the the purple or whatnot. So
And for
yeah, that's
me,
pretty.
lepidolite is very calming, stress relief emotion. We know I'm wound just a little bit uh, tight. So lepidolite helps me with sort of my inner peace and calming. Most of the stones that I'm going to pick up and show you are, of course, my black tourmaline, which
Right.
helps me with the protection and just protects my energy, protects me from computer vibes, protects me from killing people. Um,
Yeah.
keeps them out of my space. And then I have this really cool fluorite, which you really can't see the striations of. So let's see if I can get. Can you see it through there? Like
Yeah.
the color.
It
So
doesn't. It makes everything bluish, tone.
yeah,
But a lot of
it's
people, you
not.
can see there's a lot of different colors in that.
Yeah. So this is like a rainbow fluorite, and this too is for like mental clarity, focus, energy protection, emotional balancing, uh, just all these things. And I do want to point out also all of these stones, if you heal, are really good for healers and for keeping your energy clean, not absorbing other people's energy, and sort of keeping you to yourself while you do whatever work you need to do.
Right.
And then my fourth stone is Libyan desert glass.
Okay.
Let's see. This is a tektite. I don't know if you know what that means, but it was created supposedly about 26 million years ago when a meteorite hit the Sahara Desert.
Right.
And this was part of that. So this comes from the Sahara. Um, and it is also, a stone of like balancing energies and also transition. This stone, they call it the sister of Moldavite.
Right.
So I know Moldavite gets a really bad rap because it just comes in and carpet bombs your life if you don't know
Right.
how to use it. So this is supposed to be sort of a more gentle version of Moldavite,
Right.
but it will still come in and tear you up if you're not ready for it. Today, when I was pulling all these four out, and I was cleansing them with sage, and I had them all sitting, and I was sort of making my notes about what what was what and what did what, and that sort of thing. Uh, I had to move them all to the other side of the room because, as you know, Moldavite causes me to become physically ill, right?
Yes. Yes.
So,
I've seen that happen with you. Hold on
so
just a second. Take me out for just a second. I'm gonna close the door because I'm here.
I had to remove Rob. So anyway, I'll keep talking. So yeah, the Moldavite. Yeah, Deborah. It's a lot of people love. My sister loves Moldavite. I can't get near it. I have this teeny, teeny, tiny piece that Bruce bought for me many, many, many years ago. And hi, there's Rob again.
Hi.
And
Oh, I should have got my desert rose while I was up. That's another one of my favorites.
and
But,
yeah, that. So I don't touch Moldavite because I just don't react well to it, and I can't have the Libyan desert glass
yeah.
for too long. So I had it for about an hour and a half while I was working with everything earlier today, and I had to just move it all
Yeah.
out of my, like, I'm starting to get a headache now just from handling it and touching it. I've got to move really slow with it, just a few minutes a day, and then it's got to go away.
Right.
Because if not, it gives me a headache, and yeah, it's
Well, and the interesting thing about moldavite, when I first heard of it, the person who told me about it said, "Oh, this is a piece of a meteorite," and I'm like checking it, and I'm like, "But I'm seeing that all over the world. So either this was a massive meteorite or whatnot." And then I found out through research, it's not a meteorite, but it is the glass in some
right.
desert where a meteorite hit,
It's
and
formed.
just like acres it flash burned the sand for a massive distance and crystallize it. And that's the reason you don't see it in these massive rock like hunks. And it's but it sure, I
I
love it, but it's
Yeah,
got
I
that
was
energy
reading
to it.
the difference between a tektite and what was it begins with an I. And oh, I forget what it's called. But there's two different kinds, and one's a tektite. Moldavite's a tektite, Libyan desert glass is tektite. The difference is exactly that. The meteor hit, and there was like a glass that formed, like a tektite
Yeah.
is, if I understood what I was reading correctly, when it hit, everything that went like this and formed into glass, those are tektites.
Right. Well, and if you think about it,
So
a, an earthquake is the tectonic plates, I think they're the same thing, but it's things that shift back and forth underneath. So that would be, why
yeah,
it's
I don't know. They didn't say anything about that in the article I was reading. They were just
right,
saying how the stones were formed, and that's why they're so small,
right,
because they're like they said, think of them like raindrops
right,
that that cooled as they were cooling in the air as they were falling
right.
and
And the
creating
moldavite, as we know
these.
it, is the flat glass from the heat of what the occurrence was, the so it's all pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
all really cool. I like to watch when Gillian does I told her we should have had her on here tonight, where she does her crystal healings and everything. And she has set stones that she focuses on and focuses with. Of course, we
Right.
all know me, and I'm a little more, you know what, close enough. It's again the intention setting, things like that. Give me in the right ballpark. And like I looked up, Desert Rose, and because I love it, it's that really crinkly ball. It's not super pretty. It's just interesting looking.
Yeah. I thought I had
I
one
used
in
to have it, but I think I packed it up, and it's over there somewhere. And but like when I actually brought up a great chart, and the first thing it said was people argue all the time about, it's got to be your crown chakra's got to be this or got to be that. And the first thing this chart did, yeah, that's it. I love the look of it. All right. I used to keep it on my desk, and that was really good. That clears mental fog. Things like that. They've all got enhances meditation. They've all
right.
got their things, and so I was wondering, like I've got some stuff on my desk. I knew what it was when I put it here. I don't have a clue what it is now. Okay. And some of it might be angel light. Some of it might be, but I looked at it and bought it when I was after something, focusing on something. And you might notice a lot of my stuff I use the tips. It's carved. It comes to a point because, like, when you're doing a grid, one of the things I learned from Gillian, it focuses that energy.
Yes.
So, like, I will keep I got this big rock, or, there's my selenite that's on my desk, and I was taught this is an amplifier. It does its own thing for things, but if you put it in your mix with your other stones, it's like an amplifier and brings the energy, gives the energy more intensity.
See, and I was told that it cleanses your stones.
Okay. Maybe it does both. I don't know. I don't know.
So it just goes you different educations, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah. It's just like, and that's why I say we got to be careful, because if we're not careful, we're going to turn, and you and I have talked about it and you agree, we turn the metaphysical world that we all love so much. Once you start saying you got to do this, you got to do that, you turn into a religion. Well, that's your doctrine, I don't believe all that. I don't think anything was ever meant that way. I think somebody saw it work and said, oh, this is the way it's got to be. And I just don't, because again, if we take this all back to Buddha, anybody, okay, Jesus, whatever, with miracles, you never saw them swinging anybody. The only time they threw stones was to kill somebody, so it was just stuff used that they gave us to amplify, and do different things beyond any religious aspect. And to me, a religion is when you start establishing rules. So you have to be very careful with that,
Yes, I do. I'm trying to find out. Deborah asked if desert rose was a type of selenite, so I'm trying to look that up.
Yeah, Gillian said yes, desert rose is a form of selenite.
Okay. And what is scolecite, Deborah?
Yeah, that's
let us know what that is, because that's one that that's new to me.
I might know it when I see it, but the name is new to me too.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
A rare and delicate zeolite mineral known for its needle-like crystal sprays, milky white color, and soft energy properties. Hydrated calcium, aluminum. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, it's like white. Beliefs. I'm looking at it. It's like white and like kyanite.
Yeah. My kyanite has it's always amazing to me. Sort of say something's kyanite, and it's just whatever form it's in.
Right.
So, because in the picture I'm looking at it right next to it, scolecite is in a stone. It's probably however they prepped it, rounded it, whatever. Yeah. So, but yeah, used in crystal healing and meditation to promote deep inner peace, relaxation, and restful sleep. Oh, it's associated with the third eye, crown, and soul star chakras for higher spiritual connection. So I'm going to have to now go get some. All right. And put it in the mix and see what happens,
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool looking to me. I don't know. I have a bunch of selenite here, and then my clear quartz, but then my pendulums, one is amethyst, one is lepidolite, one is like a jasper,
I've got this one that just called to me in a gem store, and I was like, oh, I got to take it. And I read it, knew it, everything else, but then my typical thing, I've had this for years now. I couldn't tell you what this is to save my life, but I knew I bought it for something, okay? And I liked what it did, and so it's set on my desk for quite some time.
Is it black and white? What is?
It's brown, black, and white.
It's not like a tiger's eye or anything? Not like that sort of.
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah. No, I love tiger's eye too. Tiger's eye, I have an emotional attachment to tiger's eye. One in particular might be laying here on the desk. I don't know. That was the first stone I was ever given, and it was given by Gillian to me in a necklace when we were down in Key West for our first trip.
Nice.
And yeah, so that's when she broke me into stones in baby steps. You know, y'all were kind to me and kept me, you know, moving along or whatnot. But you know,
Stones is a lot. Stones is a huge undertaking. It's like herbs, you know. I want to try to know and remember, but my brain is just not that big anymore, you know.
that's what Gillian was trying to teach me runes, and she's brought me all these different decks. I can't retain it anymore, not that much. It's if I hadn't have worked so hard when I did about learning the tarot, you know, I don't know that I could do it now. All right. And
Yeah.
it just, you know, it's one of those things, you know. Is Brigitte reverberating or is that my phone? I do not hear it.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't hear it. So you might want to check your phone.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
Gillian just hollered and said, no, you got a little bit of echo again. So
I don't know what to do about it.
yeah. Everybody's gonna have to grin and bear it, you know,
Yeah.
tonight.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to make that not happen.
Because normally that and we'll tell everybody, I don't know if it's a frequency thing or whatnot, but Bridget and I never have this problem.
No.
But tonight, no matter what we did, we stopped, started, retried, reset, and finally we got it the way it was when we came in. And now I hear again, all of a sudden,
yeah, it's
back,
feedback.
but I don't hear it. So y'all just bear with us, you know. So we'll see what's happening, you know.
Yeah, I'm looking up black obsidian for
Yeah, Deborah, or was that
Cynthia.
No, Cynthia. Black obsidian's cool. To me, again, almost the same thing as tourmaline in my head. I don't know if that's true or not, but
it's a protection zone, but it's
yeah,
something, you know, which is why I mean.
yeah. So
Let me see.
tied to the root chakra, anchoring spiritual energy to the physical earth, protection, acts as an energetic shield against negativity. So here would be the difference to me between that and tourmaline. I'm not saying one's any better than the other. I actually like the sound of this. Maybe I'll try it. This is a shield. It puts an energy out that reflects it.
Yeah,
where tourmaline actually absorbs it.
Yeah,
and pulls it in, tries to pull it away from you or whatnot. And tourmaline will get so full, it will bust. I've had it pop right on my desk with people there, and they're like, what the hell? And I'm like, well, there's some negative energy in here from somewhere, you know? You figure out who it is, you know?
I had snowflake obsidian.
Uh-huh.
And I was in the kitchen one night, you know, bra stones. You always make fun of me and Gillian about keeping them in our bra.
Yeah.
And I had one break. I was just making dinner. So it just broke. Just broke.
And in my head, they just get full of negative energy and go, that's it. And, you know, so I bury the pieces and then I just use the pieces, or I'll put them in the moonlight or the sunlight, let them just, you know. I used to walk out behind my office. There was a place there, and I could just put them in the dirt. And the next day on the way in, dig them up and bring them back again.
It could be why they shatter, Bruce. But tourmaline, I've never really had a tourmaline shatter on me. Ooh. I've had obsidian shatter on me. I've had.
I'm wondering if that would be the same effect. So much negative energy hitting it.
Right.
That size of a stone couldn't handle it.
It just took the brunt of whatever.
Right. Or it had done so much, it had been weakened and needed to be recharged. I don't know. You know?
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting, you know, that eat so many different stones for so many different things. I've known to make grids and choose specific stones because they represent, you know, certain things. You know, I haven't done a grid in a long time. I haven't.
Gillian used to do them. We haven't done, but since we've started moving so much, she hasn't done it, but we need to.
I was thinking the other day I need to.
Here is a tiger's eye, you know, wand, pyramid, you know, whatever. And then I don't know if this was adventuring. I can't remember exactly what it is, but that's green, not gray. And again, like I said, almost everything I keep, but then I've got my pink quartz laying over here. I told you I've got rocks freaking everywhere. And then I've got a whole set of Reiki stones and everything else, one for each chakra.
Right.
And then I've got boxes over there. And you've got boxes around too.
Yeah, so, I've cleaned up my desk areas a lot. Like I had a shit ton of stuff all over the place, and I just put them all in like vases and bowls and kind of cleaned off my area. So now I'm picking through stuff. I'm trying to find some stuff to take back to the office with me. You know, we talked about me gridding out my cube and putting some stuff, you know, a little, maybe a little incognito. I mean, this is coming with me, this fluorite.
Right.
You know, and tourmaline's coming with me. Of course, I'll be wearing my lepidolite. And I'm trying to decide if I want to take this Libyan desert glass with me or not, or leave it here. I don't need any kind of drama at work. So if it starts causing a fuss, you know.
Right.
But I was reading up, I can shove it in a bowl of sea salt. If I could bury it under sea salt, and it'll sort of shield all its bullshit.
Yeah.
So
Bruce is asking, you know, and it's a valid question to somebody who's learning stuff. You know, we talk about protection. Can they be used for offensive? If you combined that with the spell, I don't think the stone would be offensive. It might give you more energy and power into the spell.
Cleaned up the energy.
Yeah. If that, So I wouldn't recommend it. But
put some shitty intention into a stone and give it to somebody and say, "Here you go. This is for you."
And you know, Cynthia said, Rob, you said something. What is the difference between charging and sun or moon? Sun is masculine energy. Okay. It's all, matter of fact, if you look at it and really study it, both sun and moon are considered masculine energy because the sun is reflecting from the light the moon is putting out just a little further away. But in most cases, people consider the moon a very feminine energy, you know, the softer side of the man. Okay. I think that would be the way to put it. Would that sound right, Bridget?
No, that sounds very chauvinistic. It would be the.
Oh, not the man, but masculine. You have masculine and feminine. We all have both.
But my femininity is not the softer side of a man.
No, but it's the softer side of you.
Right, but it should be the dominant side of me. I'm a female. So,
Okay.
I mean, not to say I don't possess masculine energy, but I present more feminine for sure.
Right. And I'm just saying in the energy, not has nothing to do with our physical makeup. We all have masculine, we all have feminine energy. And the masculine, if you look in the tarot, the emperor is the masculine, the empress is the feminine, the creator, the beauty, things like that. In the spiritual realm of things, the nurture or, nature or nurture, that type of thing or whatnot. So when I'm looking for something to just be completely, absolutely blasted with heat, with energy, I put it in the sun. If I'm looking to recharge something that I'm wanting to keep that feminine, that softer, that the creative or that feminine energy, it goes in the moonlight to me. That's my personal thing. All right.
There are stones that I won't put in the sun because it will ruin the stone.
Right.
So they have to be charged in the moonlight. So,
Yep.
but so Bruce wanted to know if there's a stone that would reflect back what the intent of those around you are. Well, that's what we're saying the black obsidian is doing. It acts like a mirror. So I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks back to you. So
Yeah.
that's what black obsidian would be like. I'm sure there are a bunch of other stones. I haven't done that much research to tell you which one they are, but I'm not interested in like return to sender unless you're really messing with me. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
more interested in just keeping my hide intact, so the protection of it rather than the deflection of it or
And that's
reflection of it.
you and me are a lot alike because to me, there's a thin line when you start going, okay, you want to play, and now you go on the offensive a little bit.
Right.
Now we're messing with the karmic balance, and be careful what you wish for. You just might get it,
Right.
So yeah, that's one of those things. Toys, what's happening, buddy? How are you?
Yo, toys.
Good to see you. Tell the missus we said hello. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Hello. Yeah, we definitely are like that. You and me both. We just rather protect our own hide,
Yeah.
and rather than go out and duke it out. I spent too many of my younger years duking it out. That at this age, I'm not interested in duking it out. I'm more interested in just uh, truly being just covering my own ass, for lack of a better term. You know what I mean?
Right. And that, I don't know if that was why I do it, but there was a time, yeah. It took me a long time to bottle that beast up, to say, just because you attacked me first doesn't mean I was bad. If you wanted to do it, I would do it, but I'm going to leave you in a mess, in a bloody mess. And when you don't embarrass, okay, that one of the things I had to learn was, okay, yes, they deserved everything you gave them, but your family didn't deserve to be in the energy of that.
Right.
You know what? And just like Home Depot, still think I was right, but Bruce didn't need to suffer for my anger, And when I was young, you wanted to fight, I was your guy. Let's do it. Let's go there. But it's one of those things where, yeah, I just don't want to if I get caught in that mode and I let that beast out where it's like, we're going to go on the attack, I go all in. And sometimes it's too much,
Yeah.
So I don't do that a lot of times for my own self-protection. So
Yeah, I don't. If I catch myself engaging like that, I kind of suck it back in. Most of the time, like, I'll get snarky and I'll tell you, like, you know, I'll tell you stuff, but I'm not gonna duke it out with you. You know,
right.
not anymore. If I feel like that's where it's headed, I'll just, I just won't even engage. I just, whatever, you know, and I'll walk off pissed off. Don't get me wrong. I'll be mad. I'll want to choke somebody, but I won't act on it. But
Yeah, it's better than that.
spiritually, yeah,
And that's what, like Cynthia says, I'm all for peace and love until you cross me. Well, but that's the real test, isn't it? When somebody crosses you, are we going to dip into their energy and go there? Or are we going to say, you know what? I'm not going to let you put me there. God love you. You know, kind of the old Southern, you know, bless your
put
heart.
them in the freezer.
That's it. And
Put them in the
Gillian is
freezer.
the best at that I have ever,
I
ever seen.
I will put you in a freezer
Yep.
because I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal
Yep.
with you or your BS. I'm going to freeze it right here, right where it's at, and you will live in my freezer in perpetuity.
Yep. No,
But it takes a
I'm
lot to get me there, you know. It takes a lot. We've had this conversation. It takes a lot for
yeah,
me to start firing up candles and mixing herbs and to
right.
go ahead and and you know, affect energy on somebody else. I
Right.
just, first
No,
of
we're not
all,
talking about a return to sender. That a return to sender is just whatever you put out there. But it's if that I'm going to go on the attack or I'm going to take it or double down, return to
war,
sender
water, and
times.
stuff like that.
The minute you try to top theirs or make it worse going back, that's an offensive move, not offensive. Oh, you pissed me off. This is that's going on the attack. The minute you elevate it, now you're going there. I'm all for people defending themselves. I have no problem with that. I'll do that in a minute. You know, you go to hurt me or mine physically, you better do it right the first time, you know, because then at that, then it's done. But if it's somebody, you know, Cynthia knows, a couple people know that I got attacked a year or so ago. Okay. Um, spiritually. And one of the first things I said to people trying to help me was, you want to do a return to sender, I would appreciate it, but I'm not going to take it. I don't want to go to war.
Right.
Okay. And because I just don't want that karmic debt on my hand or on my head. That's all.
I think
So
it's, I don't, I think if you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. And if I have to come back at you, I'm not worried about karmic debt. That's your karmic debt that's being fulfilled, not mine. So, in that vein, no. But if I just up and start messing with somebody, to me, that's my karmic debt.
yeah, exactly.
But
Or
if
when they try, and to me, it's just when I try to take, all right, just because I was right doesn't give me the right to make it worse going back. You know, now if I have to cut their legs off to stop it and I can be in peace from it, then your legs are gone. Bye. You know, you better have I'm there. So I think we're saying the same thing, but I'm just,
yeah, but you
whatever.
feel like there's a karmic debt involved in that. I don't feel like there's a karmic debt involved in that.
Yeah, I
think
do.
I don't. I don't. I think absolutely not. I think that if you come after me and I have to respond or retaliate in order to stop you or
No,
to protect myself, there should be no karmic debt.
no, I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm talking about when it can be over and done with and left alone. And then you go on an offensive because they pissed you off. That's different. Okay. Yes. Whatever you got to do to protect yourself, the ones you love, things like that, No, that you brought this on, so it's all on you, whatever you got coming back. But once it stopped, if we continue or we take it to the next level unnecessarily just because we're angry, then I believe there's a karmic debt involved. When the problem solved, it's kind of like that thing of, he stole my car, so I shot him. Okay. Well, if he stole your car pointing a gun at you, if you shot him while he's pointing a gun at you, I had no problem. Okay. But if he's running away from you and you shoot him in the back, like the cop in South Carolina did that one guy, several years ago, it was like, oh my God, no,
But did he have
no.
his car? If you're driving away from me in my car and you're trying to steal it and I can stop you with my gun, I'm going to shoot you.
Be careful with that one, but okay, I understand it.
I understand there's legal ramifications, but I'm not worried about that,
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
See, y'all, me and Bridget don't always agree on everything, but we don't get mad at each other. So.
Yeah. It is what it is,
Yeah.
But we just don't, we don't think the same about a lot of stuff. So.
Right. No, we don't.
And that's one of them. I think that if I gear something up, that's my problem. But if you've done something to cause me to gear up, that's your problem. Don't poke a bear.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly. Yeah. I would agree with that wholeheartedly. So, but that's what's going on. Boy, the room got kind of quiet. Cynthia kept everything. She was like helping us there or whatnot, but everybody else went, well, let them go.
Yeah, I don't know. We just have different ideas about things, I guess.
Yeah. We do, and we know we do. We have different ideas about a lot of stuff. But I love you, and you love me, and, that's what we'd be the first ones to each other's aid. So, and that's the way life is supposed to be. That's the way, okay, we don't agree with that. There are things you and I don't talk about because we just know we're both on the opposite side of the spectrums on it. So we just let it be. Yeah. Because I wish more people would understand that. That's respect.
Well, I will tell you that there are very few people that I have that relationship with.
Right.
And if it wasn't, I think there's very few people that I have that relationship with. But yeah. Whether that's the way it should be or not, my peace of mind is paramount. And I think you agree.
Yeah.
Your peace of mind is paramount.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's it. And how dare I intrude on your peace of mind? That's not.
Yeah, or how dare I allow you to?
Right.
Bruce says there are some things that he will not let go.
And you know what?
And I'm the same way. There are some things that I won't let go either. So,
right.
It just depends on what it is and what the situation is. But if you get me to that point,
yeah,
then I'm gonna. That's the problem. Once I reach that point, but it takes me a little bit to get there.
Right.
So, but.
And I'm with you, Bruce. If it's small stuff, no issues. But you mess with my family or just be mean to be mean, yeah, I hate bullies, and that's a trigger for me. I don't care. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, no, Bruce, I'm right there with you. So that's it.
Everybody says they're buffering. All
Yeah.
right. I don't know about this tonight, Rob. Everybody, we've got feedback problems. We got people buffering. We've got all kinds of stuff happening.
Okay.
So, what do you think?
About
Well, it
what?
just seems
Grab
like
a
there's.
stone, put a stone on your back, hold your stone, say your prayers, do your Reiki, get your medicine, do whatever you need. Yeah. If again, if we have a conversation, I can't make everybody happy, and I will do the best I can do, but
Right. I'm talking about people saying they're buffering, that we're buffering, that the show isn't running smoothly and they're getting echoing feedback.
oh, okay, gotcha. That very well could be. That StreamYard's bad about that. Okay, because we are on StreamYard going in, and there are times I know on the show, especially last year, where Gillian said I was literally 15 or 20 minutes behind what everybody was seeing or in front of what everybody was seeing on YouTube. And I was taking different things as a lack of response or things like that. So there is a built-in delay, but I think StreamYard and something's going on. We had issues too with and we're in, here's the thing, we're in your StreamYard, so not mine, okay? I logged into your StreamYard, so it's over in Orlando. I'm wondering if Florida's not having some type of internet thing, because we couldn't get our TV to work for like 20 minutes because the internet, it was doing that. Nothing would buffer.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know. It's rolling thunder here, so I don't know.
Yeah, so you never know. So sorry, folks.
Yeah.
And but that's out of our control. So we're on 45 minutes anyways. We're over 45 minutes. So let's let everybody go relax and breathe and and buffer.
I hear you. All right.
All right.
All right, guys. We'll be back. All right.
Yeah.
I guess Rob will do his show Monday. So
that's the plan as it sits right now.
Okay. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.